It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Chicago Bears and the Carolina Panthers, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault, and that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams, and the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's Cairo Santos now, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on a national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down. A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
That caught by Tremble. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And taken right on the 30. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Young to throw it. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
This is 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he will have the Bears 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it, not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Williams going to look to throw again. And that's out to the flat for Swift. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the gun, here's Williams. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
First and goal from just inside the 5. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. From 4 yards out. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6. Young. And his throw is incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Young to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Young working out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The end result, 21 yards. He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 33. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. To throw, Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Over the middle, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The slot man in motion right. Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Again, it's Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. One of the tight ends comes in motion. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and a couple. They'll go play action here with Williams. He's got his man on the crossing route. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Williams. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Second and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Here's 3rd and 6. To the air once more. Williams. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. 2nd down and 6 now, as they've got it as we resume action. From the shotgun, it's Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. It's Young off play action. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down. And this may be all for naught. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Got a man. That's Leggett. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. To the air once more, Young. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Young. That one complete to Leggett. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. That's taken in by Duvernay. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
To throw, Williams. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers about ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Throwing, Young. This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Now here's Young. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 1st downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Dayo Odengbo. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Young. His throw incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. It'll be Young again. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Now Young on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Play action. Now Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. On the option to give to Swift here. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd and 5. Here's Williams. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Swift is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Young. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Young to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw, Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one.
This 2nd and 4.
Now Young.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Throwing is Williams. Open man is Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
To the air, Williams. Right back to Duvernay, that's complete.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
To throw, it's Williams.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And you get a look at the numbers, they don't even tell the whole story. This has been a tremendous performance to this point. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Young now. They make their second half debut here. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Young to throw it. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Off the play fake, Young. It's caught by Sanders. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On the handoff, it's Hubbard.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. In motion goes the tight end. Looking to throw, Young.
A short throw hauled in by Trimble.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down. Now Young running the option left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And that will be incomplete.
Credit Jaquan Brisker. He got a hand on that and knocked it free.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Bears offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To throw, Williams.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he spins past him and into space.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Offensive linemen are famous for doing their job no matter who's carrying the ball. But when they have the confidence that the person carrying it can break off big-time runs, that makes them block just a little bit harder.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Takes it to about the 37. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the 1st down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Williams.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Carolina offense about ready to go. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Young.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Young will set to throw.
They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Here's Young. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs and say.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, here's Swift.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. Not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Williams.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Young. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now here's Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Throwing, Young. That one completes him again. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down. Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Young now from the 50. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Young. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Here's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. Swift going to try up the middle.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, they have had success when he keeps the ball in the option, but not there. I mean, you just saw exactly why many old NFL coaches would say, don't use your quarterback in the running game.
They'll run here with Swift.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then at the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They'll try it now with Swift.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
On play action, here's Williams.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Throwing is Williams. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
To throw, it's Williams.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Bears have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Now Young. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Second down and 4.
Young now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Young to throw it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Young to throw it.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
That caught by Trimble.
And he's taken down inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
Short throw hauled in by Trimble.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Second down and a yard.
They'll throw again. Young. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw, Young.
Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Xavier Legette.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
And Young's going to throw for this.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Now it's Swift. And he's got it to about the 40.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Now a 2nd and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To the air, Williams. That is caught. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.
So it's the Bears who come away with a victory, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise and really willed his guys to the victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.